I hope y'all can hear me good. Let me see. Probably bring this closer. Closer. Too close. Let's see. All I really needed was some closure. Can you hear me? I'm on time, y'all. That's how y'all know. Like, hey, Kiara. Look, I'm on time. I was not playing. On time, sweetheart. I said 8 o'clock. I'm here at 8 o'clock. So, does my sound good? Because I'm using this. I'm using it because I want to, I don't want to like waste the things that I have. So, yeah. I appreciate y'all support because, like, I don't want to be here and like nobody come. But yeah, so I don't really have much, like, I don't have nothing prepared. I have a few topics that I want to talk about. I'm probably going to end up doing a story time though. Like, that's probably what's going to end up happening. But listen, I have a few different topics that I want to talk about because I saw some posts on Instagram and I'm just like, ew, ew. So let me see. But y'all, all my packages came today. All of my packages came today. I was like distraught last night thinking to myself, like, oh my God, what am I going to do Wednesday's video on? Because like before I get into like the topics I want to talk about, I'm going to tell y'all this. I was like distraught, stressing, like what video am I going to do on Wednesday? Because I started the computer science thing. By the way, y'all, for those of y'all that don't know, like I like applied to this computer science program and I got accepted. So I'm really happy about that. But now I got to choose a career path on the thing. I got to choose a career path. But y'all, like, I don't know what career path I'm going to choose. I'm looking at data science and I'm feeling like, because I did like a little quiz on there and they told me like I'm a dot connector, which I agree with. Like the explanation of it was, what did they say? The explanation of it basically was someone who, right? Someone who, basically, how do I describe this? A dot connector is someone who basically looks at the long-term goal of like the company or a long-term goal of the project, like the website, whatever it is that you're doing. So I would fall into a career like a product manager, a project manager. And I mean, I agree with that because I'm good at, things like that. By the way, guys, like this video, even if y'all not going to be loyal to me and stay watching the video, like the video. And if you don't stay watching the video, I feel bad for you because you're going to miss all the tea because I always spill tea. And I know you don't want to come back to this live and watch a 2-hour live just to get the tea. So I'm just saying, but do what you want, but make sure you like this video, like up my video, rate me. So, but like I was saying, with the whole computer science thing, and I'm not going to dwell on this for too long because I know everybody's not in love with the idea of computer science, even though y'all should be because you wouldn't have Instagram without it. All I'm going to say is, basically, I don't know if I want to do web development, which I already have the skill set for, or if I want to do the data science. My heart is telling me, web development is my heart because I like to see the visual of things. I like to see the finished product, how beautiful it is, how clean cut the website is. I'm into things like that. So I focus in on stuff like that. But y'all, like, I'm not going to lie. I have the skills for that. So I feel like if I do that, am I really challenging myself if I do the web development? Because I already know HTML very well. I already know CSS. I can't say that I'm a pro at JavaScript, but I know a lot of JavaScript. Like, I mean, I probably would have to reread a few things. I see it's 4 people here, but I don't. Can y'all like? Let me not be demanding, y'all. But 4 people, and I got 2 likes. like um but yeah, so I don't know. I'm scared of the data science though. I'm afraid because whew, I'm a little afraid, I'm not gonna lie, because it's a lot of math. And y'all, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. I feel like I talked about this before. Math is not your girl's strong suit. It's not. And it's not really that I can't logically reason. I'm very good at that. It's more so the teachers that I've had in the past with math. I've had about, like, to be honest, in my life doing math, I've had 3 good teachers for math. All 3 of them were college math professors. Um okay, one, I say 4 because another person was a tutor, and he was really good, like really understood like my way of thinking. Because I think in metaphors, I think in real world examples. That's just how I move. Is that who I think it is? My favorite Leo, the only Leo that I like. I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't deal with Leos. But this is my favorite Leo ever. No, I have 2 favorite Leos, okay? But it's not even that. I went missing. Listen, this is what happened. Let me explain to y'all, because everybody that I didn't like hit up since I did my little disappearing act, hear me out, y'all. I was going through a lot. I did a video on that like last month, the Monday before this Monday. Yeah, last Monday. Listen, y'all. I was going through my little emotions. Y'all know I'm emotional. Y'all know I'm an empath. Y'all know I be in my bag when it comes to certain stuff. And, you know, I was just real deep in my feelings, and I was like, nah, we can't do that. Because y'all know I'm usually happy. I'm usually like bubbly and like, you know, a little bit like about 5% ditzy at times. I have my moments. I'm very random. But I was not giving that. Like, I was all sad every day and shit. Like, I was all like, bleh, like, ew. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to step away from social media. I'm going to step away from everyone I did that for like 6 days. I literally don't trust myself because when y'all call me, I'm going to answer. So what I did was I took my SIM card out my phone. That's what happened. The last time we spoke, the 27th of May, I took my SIM card out of my phone and disconnected myself from all internet. Like, the only thing I was on was YouTube. And I was on YouTube to learn how to do certain skills, like my intro that y'all see in my video from last Monday. I had to figure out how to do the transparent background to my photos and outline my photos. I was learning how to do things. I was just learning skills during that time. And I was not speaking to nobody because I needed to really gather myself. I needed to ground myself back into who I am and what I love to do. So I was just like, nah, I can't be sitting here sad. That's not even me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very emotional. Listen, if I see a bird die, I'm going to feel bad. Nearly shed a tear. That's me. Y'all know that I'm like that. I have a really, what is it? Empathetic, sympathetic, type of heart. But as far as being all sad and moping around, no, we're not doing that. That's not giving a vibe. And then I look ugly when I'm upset. Y'all know I already have a problem with making faces. I already make faces all day. Y'all gonna see about 50 million faces in this video today. Y'all seen about 50 million faces in all my other videos. So y'all know. Imagine me with my faces that I be making and being sad or mad. Ew. Ew. No, like I look disgusting when I'm sad. I do not look cute at all. My face get all puffed up. You know what I'm saying? I can't live like that. So I had to get myself together, and that's why I kind of disappeared. And I apologize because I didn't like throw my friendships away. I want y'all to know that. It's just I didn't know how to come back to y'all. Like, I didn't know how to tell y'all, like, I'm back. Because I know some people that I came back to, they was upset with me. Like some people, they was like, you didn't say nothing to me, and they was like kind of cursing me out and stuff. And I'm just like, well, I don't know what to tell you then. But yeah, that's my new thing. Like I'm trying to not, I don't want to throw my problems on y'all, basically. So instead of doing that, I kind of disappear a little bit. But I'm going to stop doing that. Maybe what I need to do is get rid of the people who kind of make it seem like it's a burden. Maybe I should do that. Because it's kind of unfair to the friends who actually are there for me when I am down, the way that I'm there for them when they're down. So it's unfair to them, But, that's what happened. So let's see what topics I want to talk about. Because I got some stuff I want to talk about, y'all. I wrote it down. I wrote it in my notes. Y'all know that it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be a video of me, about me, to do with me, if it didn't include love, if it didn't include relationships, if it didn't include all that cutesy stuff, So we are going to talk about that, but it's going to be a little different. And we're going to talk about, no, that's it. And then y'all could give me more stuff to talk about after I get into this topic. Matter of fact, before I get into the topic that I chose, I'm going to let y'all choose what y'all want my input on because, yeah. Y'all could comment below, ask me a question, or give me a topic that you want me to weigh in on. Or if you need advice on something, you can comment in here and tell me what it is that you need advice on. I don't know if I don't know who all is in here because there's two more people that are in here, in and out, that haven't commented. So I don't know. I only see y'all two that commented. So whoever else is in here, you can comment or whatever if you want. But for those of y'all that have commented, or for those of y'all that are new, just so you know, I can give you advice on honestly everything. So just ask. I don't care what it is. If you have a question about your compatibility with your partner and y'all zodiac signs, go ahead and ask. Go ahead. Any questions before I start my topic? If not, say no. And if y'all say no, then I'm going to just get into the topic at hand. And I wish I had sound effects or something. I'm going to get one of those streaming softwares so I could do the little effects, the elevator music and all that good stuff. So no, I don't want to hold it up too long because I have my peoples that's going to be watching this later, and they're going to be like, sis, what are you doing? You're sitting here pausing. They're going to be like, you pausing, you holding us up. All right. So since y'all don't have nothing, we're going to talk about this topic because I saw a couple of posts that kind of got on my nerves. So, okay. So love was the topic. So I'm going to do love. So I'm going to start with a post that I kind of talked about it in my story on Instagram, but I'm going to start with this post. If it's still here. Is it here? It's not here. So I got to go back to it. I got to go to my archives because I wrote something on it. So, because this is something that people need to get it together with, honestly. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of people doing the guilt tripping. Because I talk a lot about the person who's hurt. Being that I'm emotional, y'all. Being that, I am a woman. And usually, not to say that men don't go through things and we don't put them through things. We put them through a lot. The things we put them through, people just downplay as if it's not as bad as what they put us through. So, and I'm fair. Y'all know that I'm fair. So I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, I've never done nothing to nobody. Yes, I have. I haven't cheated, but I have my own set of toxic traits. But something I want to get into, though, that's an issue for me, is I see a lot on Instagram, people kind of making kind of like guilt tripping people into being with them. Y'all, I'm about to tell y'all. So I see this post, right? Typical post. It sounds good, but you missed something. So it says, if you break someone and they still wish you the best, you've lost the greatest thing for you. And then she wrote another tweet behind that one and said, make sure you cherish the person that does everything for you unconditionally, because you will never get another person like that. I'm not jacking it. I'm just not. Like, so basically what you telling me is, don't get me wrong. This is what I wrote. I said, coming from someone who's been broken and still wishes everyone the best, which I do. Yes, you treated the person good and they should have treated you better. That's true. Yes, the person should have appreciated you. That is true. Because, you did break your neck for them and you gave your all for them and all this other stuff and you unconditionally loved them. But for you to sit up there and say that they lost the best thing for them, I don't like that. Because, and now I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. I don't like that idea of saying that they lost the best thing for them. Because the way I look at it is this. I've been in relationships where, don't get me wrong, any relationship that I got into, I wanted it to last. I don't get into no relationship unless I think that I want it to last. But my whole thing is, there's beauty in, I don't want to say beauty in breakups, but like, there's a certain level of beauty in like separation. I'm not talking about taking a break. I'm not talking about, figuring yourselves out. I'm talking about there's beauty in like literally being done with someone. Sometimes it is beauty in it because she's over here and I understand she's hurt and she's writing from a hurt place. If y'all go on my Twitter, I have my Twitter private and like I removed all my followers, but I'll accept followers moving forward, I guess. But on my Twitter and my Tumblr are my two most emotional platforms. Those are, I don't know, I feel comfortable venting on Twitter and Tumblr. And you will see a lot of like emotional things on there. You will see like a lot of, oh, how could this happen? And you literally see the ups and downs of my emotions on those platforms. So I understand that sometimes we're venting. But my thing is to sit here and say that they lost the best thing for them. Now you're just trying to say that to make yourself feel better. But you're not helping yourself by saying that they lost the best thing for them, because what you're doing is you're training yourself to think that just because you were good to somebody and just because you gave your all to somebody, that they owe it to you to be with you. Look at it from this angle. Do you want somebody to be with you because they feel like they're forever indebted to you? Or do you want somebody to be with you because they genuinely want to be there and they love you and you're the person that they want to go through the ups and downs with? That's the question. And I'm pretty sure if she looked at it from that angle, she wouldn't be saying this. Because my thing is, you basically asking for the person to come back to you out of pity. And I don't like that. I've been on both sides. I've been the person who got hurt and I've been the person who done the hurting. I'm not going to lie. The hurting wasn't necessarily, it wasn't someone I was with though. It wasn't someone I was with that I hurt. It was someone I wasn't in a relationship with. But, that person, they wanted to be with me more than I wanted to be with them. And in that type of situation, I chose not to have the relationship at all. Exactly. Like, I chose something that I do. And a lot of men, they get upset with me about this. Men who, I might have talked to or who might be interested in me. When I meet a person, friend or lover, I immediately catch a vibe on you. Like if you're a person that I could see myself with, or if you're a person I could see myself being friends with. And to be quite honest with you, when I know that a man is speaking to me from a place of attraction and not a place of friendship, and I know that I'm not attracted to him, whether it's physically, whether it's we have a conversation and I give it a chance, Because it all starts with physicality. People could say what they want. We can be liars. Okay, we could choose to be liars and say, oh, I choose everyone because of personality. No, when you first meet a person, you're not going to even like invest your energy in it if you're not physically attracted. And I don't agree. This is a whole nother topic. I'm not trying to go off. I'm staying on topic, but I have to say this while it's here in my head. I don't agree with people being with somebody they're not physically attracted to. I'm probably going to say that a million times in my life, but at the end of the day, I'm going to keep saying it. Especially men. Do not be with somebody you're not physically attracted to. Do not be with somebody you're not physically attracted to. I don't know how many times I could say it. That is like the bare minimum of the relationship. You have to be physically attracted to your partner. You have to. I'm sorry. Unless you are like a very like unique case and you're like asexual or something, you have to be physically attracted to your partner. I'm demisexual, but I have to be attracted to my partner physically. I can't do anything with somebody that I'm only physically attracted to because, once again, I'm demisexual. And for those of y'all who don't know what it is, being demisexual is not really in the field of like, how do I say? You know, there's gay or lesbian, you know, bi or straight, right? But demisexual is something different. Demisexual is in the areas of, you know, like sapiosexuality and things like that. So basically you can be straight and be demisexual. You can be gay and be demisexual. You can be bi and be demisexual. So basically what demisexuality is when you have to have a connection to the person in order for you to develop sexual attraction to the person. So meaning usually people who are demisexual, they don't usually have like celebrity crushes. They don't usually have like interest in people. Like they can't see themselves having any sexual encounter with a person that they don't know or that they haven't, you know, connected with on an emotional level. That's what being demisexual is. So, you know, just so that y'all know what that is. But back to what I'm saying, even me, as a person who is demisexual and as a person who has to have an emotional connection to someone in order to form that sexual connection, I still feel that I have to be physically attracted to the person because the first thing that you do is you see the person. Stop lying and saying that it's about personality. Personality is second to physical attraction. But the first thing that you do when you meet a person, what do? You see them. No? Unless you met them on like some chatting game, you know, like IMVU or something. If you met them on like a game or something, or you know, or some type of website where y'all are like anonymous and y'all don't show your face and y'all talk before y'all saw what you look like, then you know you can say, oh, I fell in love with my partner's personality and that's why I compromised on their physicality. That's when I can understand that. And people still do it when they meet people in person. Sometimes they know they're not physically attracted to them and they still deal with them. Personally, I cannot do that. And personally, I do not recommend that, especially for men, because of the nature of men. I don't think that men should do that. I feel like a woman can have a successful chance at being with a man she's not physically attracted to and staying with them and them being happily, you know, married or whatever. But a man it's in the 90s, the percentage that he's going to cheat if he's not physically attracted to you. I'm just being real with you. Like it's in the 90s because men cheat on women that they are attracted to. So be quiet. This is my channel. This is my show, not yours. God bless. So back to what I'm saying. So let me get back into this other topic. So I'm not showing up. I'm just saying, like, because I don't like being interrupted. So let me see what you said. I used to say stuff like that, but that's not what I meant at all. Right. People are in denial, period. But back to what this girl said and the whole like guilt tripping and what I wanted to get into with this whole love topic is for you to sit up there and We all been here. We all done that. You know what I mean? And if you haven't, you will. For those people who think they're on a high horse and they can't come down, because God will humble you real quick. If you think that, we all have that one friend who sits up there and says, I would never, sit up there and pour out my heart, pour out my feelings to nobody. I'm not doing that. But in reality, they do it. You know what I'm saying? When nobody's really around except for the person that they deal with. We all have that friend who does that, okay? Listen, before I had heartbreak, I used to run my mouth and say, I'm never going to sit up there and explain myself to nobody. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. Listen, until you walk in it, you don't know. You don't know about it. So at the end of the day, I completely understand where she's coming from, saying, I was good to you. You should have, appreciated me. I feel that pain. I feel that. But the thing about me is I'm also looking at the other person's side, because I've been on the other side, and I just feel like for you to guilt trip somebody into being with you, because they might feel bad. They might be an empath like me. And this is where I have messed up in life. So there have been times that like I probably didn't really want to be with somebody, and I never got in a relationship off of like pity. I never done that. But like there have been times when like I really didn't like, I wasn't feeling the person. I'm not gonna lie to you. But they kind of used what they've done for me as a way for me to feel like I owe them something. So it was kind of like, when was I not there for you? When did I not do for you? Like all of those type of things, they would hit me with, and I'll be like, damn, I don't want to just like abandon, this person, even though I already done told them this is not what I want. But I feel like that's manipulation. I feel like it's manipulation to, I'm not talking about taking nothing from nobody. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about materialistic items. I'm talking about someone being like, I've always been there for you. Why don't you want to be with me? I'm talking about that. And I just feel like if you want to, you could sit up there and you could tell somebody, look, I loved you. I was there for you. I did this. I did that. You can list all the things that you've done for them in hopes that they'll be with you. And they might be with you out of pity. But all I'm saying is, and the reason I bring this up and the point I'm trying to make is be prepared, because the end is coming. You only setting yourself up. I feel like it's better that you just go through the pain and just let it go and just cry, because guilt tripping them, they might come back out of that guilt, but they still gonna mess around with who they really want on the side. They still going, even if they don't cheat on you, they gonna be miserable in the relationship, and you're gonna be able to see the misery. You're gonna see that they in misery. Forcing them to be with you. Right. You forcing them, oh, let's take these pictures together, let's do this together. It's almost like you gotta drag them to do everything with you. Why do you want that weight on yourself? And which means that in turn you still hurt. You still hurting, because you know that you got the person you want, but the person that you want, they don't really want to be with you. You get what I'm saying? So it's not worth that. It's not worth it. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like it's not worth it. You got to let it go. And that's why, I wrote what I wrote. It wasn't to kind of like bash her or to make her feel bad about her feelings. It's very true that maybe you did love him very much, but you were not the best thing for him, because if you were the best thing for him, I understand people break up sometimes and they're the best thing for each other. But it's like they break up, but they don't deal with other people. Or, they kind of like don't know how to communicate. So they separate for a while and come back to each other. But if a person is willing to completely be done with you, if a person is willing to say, if I never see you again, I'm fine with that. And they willing to say, I'm done, and you've been good to them. It's not like y'all had a conflict, they cheated. It's not like y'all had any type of problem why they needed to separate. And they just say, I can't do this. You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. You have to let them go, because you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself. You really are only hurting yourself. So it's hard. It's really hard to deal with that, but you know, that's what you got to do, because they might not have been verbally abusing you or emotionally abusing you, but when you manipulate somebody, you get karma for that too. Some people who are manipulators, and let's talk about zodiac signs now, because y'all know I can't go without it. Let's talk about it. And it's Cancer season, so let's get into Cancers. Cancerians, right? Y'all know that Cancers are known for being the most emotional. They say Pisces too, but I believe that it's Cancer. Cancer is the most emotional out the zodiac. And it's Cancer season right now. So in the spirit of that, let me give you an example. One of the Cancer traits is that they are manipulative. Not to come at them, not to attack them, but they are manipulative. And the reason that their trait is manipulation is because what Cancers do often when they're hurt, because they're very giving and they're very kind. They give their heart, their soul to people. Sometimes when they're not receiving that back, or the person leave them, they manipulate that person into coming back with them. They manipulate that person into feeling bad for what they did to them. But the rules of karma, y'all have to understand, you receive karma for manipulating somebody, even if you just manipulating them because they hurt you or whatever the reason. So in return for manipulating them into being with you, they're going to retaliate because they feel caged. They feel trapped. They might come back. And I know everyone can say, oh, well, why did you come back then? Some people come back because they genuinely feel bad for you. Imagine a person telling you, oh, if you don't be with me, I'm going to, you know what? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it on here, but y'all know what people like to say when they're like crazy in love. They be like, if you leave me, I'm going to myself. So sometimes people come back for those reasons, and it's like they don't really want to be with you, but it's like they came back because you kind of manipulated them into being there. So I just feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I feel like nobody is that, you don't need nobody that much that you got to do all of that. If you got to do all of that, it's not for you. Because the beautiful thing about life that I learned, that I realized, there's a lot of people in my life, just like what you just said on here, how you said, I can't call nobody no more, right? When I did that, when I went missing, and y'all know that, I have my little communication issues, even though I know better, but I have my issues here and there too, especially when I feel like, usually I'm a good communicator, but when I'm being a good communicator with someone who's a bad communicator, it causes me to shut myself down. So like if I feel like I'm trying to communicate with you and you're not doing it, I will just like close myself off completely. That's a bad thing, but that's what I do sometimes. But I mention that to say, to the point of forcing things. The reason you don't have to force anything in life is because that man or the woman that's for you, it doesn't matter if you can go 1,000,000 miles away from this person, bro. If that person wants to be with you, if that person loves you, somehow the universe, somehow God is going to guide them to understand. Even at first, they might be mad at you. They might resent you for leaving them. But somehow God is going to put the reason in their head for them to understand, like, oh, maybe that person was hurt. Maybe this, maybe that. And they're going to come to you if they really love you. So, trying to force somebody to stay who wants to go, don't do it. Don't do it. Because if it's right, it will work out. That's just how I feel. And, a couple of months ago, I put myself in that headspace of, oh my God, why is this happening? I don't deserve this. I'm good to everybody. But I had to snap out of that. That's why I needed a moment to myself. Snapped out of that. And I was like, yo, like, if these friends are really my real friends, we always gonna be cool. Like, do you know how many times like me and Lethal stopped talking? Like, do y'all know how many times? Y'all don't know. For those of y'all watching, like, y'all do not know how many times me and Lethal stopped talking, but we still, like, we always find each other because that's my true friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how many times, like, that has happened with so many people in my life. But when someone is your true friend or when someone is your true partner, like, y'all always are going to find each other. And that's just what it is. Like, it's nothing that's going to keep them from you. The most beautiful man could present themselves to you. But if you love the man that you love, they cannot come between that. The most beautiful woman can present themselves to, you know, a man. But if he loves this one woman, he might mess with her. He might sleep with her. You know what I'm saying? But he's always going to feel that void. Like, yo, she's not her. Like, she don't make me smile the way that she do. You know what I'm saying? She don't make me laugh the way that she do. And that's why I really don't like when people try to force things, because I feel like it's a beautiful thing when you find somebody that you know you're supposed to be with. It's a beautiful feeling, bro. Like, when you meet the person that you know belong to you, like, you know that nothing and nobody can come between it. No one can interfere with it. No matter how mad y'all are at each other, y'all still manage to forgive each other. Like, and I'm not talking about being dumb, because there's a difference between forgiving and being an idiot. Somebody going and cheating on you, dipping in somebody else, dipping back in you, you're dumb. I'm gonna just keep it a stack with you right now. That's not true love. If you think, oh, no matter who he messed with, he's my, no. He is in that type of situation. He's dealing with you because you're the only one that's gonna let him dog you. That's not love. Because love is, men, you know, men are naturally, I don't want to say all men, but most men, especially fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sag, and air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, especially them. It's just in a masculine's nature to, and a lot of people gonna get upset with me when I say this, but men are not made for monogamy. Like, I'm sorry to break that to everybody, and this is coming from somebody who wants monogamy. I'm not going to accept nothing else but monogamy. I'm not having a polygamous relationship, sorry, but men are not created for that, and I understand that concept. So I know that no matter what man you meet, they're going to try you. They're going to attempt to go and dip off in somebody else or go and talk to somebody else. That's just how men move. But when a man sees that the woman that he's dealing with is hurt, see, this is the thing. Every man is going to try you. They're going to do what you will allow them to do to you. And to be honest, I encourage men to continue to do that, because that's as y'all should. Because as women, we have to know when to clip certain things. Men don't allow women to do the things that women allow men to do to them. You understand? So I think I said that right. But y'all know what I'm saying. They don't allow that. If you cheat on a man, you already know he gone. And if he's with you, it's to get revenge. Are you dumb? If you cheat on a man and you think that he's back with you because he want to make it work, he either don't love himself yet, or he's about to cheat on you with a million different people and burn you up, baby. You could say goodbye to that kitty cat. I'm gonna let you know. Like, men are not, like, they're not dealing with that. Like, certain things that certain women deal with, men is not dealing with it. And then there's also some women who move like a little more like men. Like, if you cheat on me, I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get revenge. But there's more of us, probably 90% of us, who don't cheat back. Okay, no, I take that back. That's a little extreme, because I know a lot of women cheat back. But society thinks that there's more women who don't cheat back than men. There are more women who don't cheat back than men, but it's not as high of a percentage as you would think. Coming from a woman, I have a lot of female friends. I know a lot of females, and I know that females cheat. Me, I don't cheat because I feel like even if I get cheated on, I don't cheat because I just look at it as from a self-respect kind of perspective. I look at it as, you know, if I cheat, what do I gain from that? Like, not to mention I'm demisexual again, which is why it's not happening. I couldn't even form the sexual chemistry unless I had the connection. So ain't nobody got time for that. So anyways, the point that I'm trying to make, y'all, is that, you know, okay, wait. Let me get my thoughts. Wait, remind me what I was saying just a minute ago, because I just went off topic with the whole like cheating thing. I was saying, okay, yeah, how men are naturally, they're not monogamous. So the point is, men are going to try you, right? Back to that whole idea of the person you're meant to be with, and how separation, or how you can forgive each other no matter what, right? Okay, so yes, men are going to try you. That's in their nature to try you. They're always going to try you. Now, if a man loves you and he sees that he's hurting you with something that he's doing, even if it's something small, he is going to fix himself. But if you are allowing him to walk all over you, if you are just saying, okay, I'm like, if you have this mindset of like, you're so scared to lose somebody to the point where you let them drag you through the mud, I don't even feel like you should be in a relationship, because I feel like you don't love yourself. And yeah, that might be the person you're supposed to be with, but it's just like, you should never let nobody drag you through the mud. But back to what I'm saying. If he sees that you're letting him do whatever, like a child, he's going to keep doing whatever he wants, because he figures, well, she's going to allow it. And not only that, he's not going to even want to be with you, because, I mean, if he loves himself, he's not going to want to be with you. A man who is mature, a man who is thinking about his future, a man who wants to have kids eventually, wants a mother to his children, a man who wants a business partner, a man who wants, a wife. Okay, and a lot of y'all have a different idea of what a wife is. But a man who wants a wife, for the moment, he might think, oh, this is fun and games because she just loves me. That's why she lets me do it. But when he gets mature, he's going to realize, and it's going to hit him over the head hard. Oh, I can't be with her, because if she let me run all over her, when we have children, the kids are going to run all over her. And what if I have to go on a business trip overseas and I come back, my 2 daughters is pregnant, my son is in jail because she don't know how to put her foot down? Okay, that's what y'all need to think about. So it's like that. Can you be a good parent if you can let another human being walk all over you? Absolutely not. I'm compassionate, I'm nice, but I would say I'm like a cat. I would describe myself as a cat. Why? Because, oftentimes when cats are hurt, I have a cat. Y'all know that. Oh God, he just came down off the bed. But anyways, oftentimes when cats are hurt, they're quiet. They don't say nothing. That's me. I give people the benefit of the doubt. I give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? I kind of try to take care of myself. Very independent, very self-reliant. But let's say you step on a cattail, or let's say cats are not in love with being submerged in water, and you're trying to submerge a cat in water. You're going to know that you have them twisted, because they're going to scratch you up. That's me. You're going to know if you're hurting me. I'm not going to let you, like, it's not happening. I'm going to fight back. So I'm very nice, and I give people a chance to hang themselves, but I'm not going to give you a chance to hang me. Are you dumb? It's not happening. Hang yourself, sweetheart, all day, but do it to me? You could never. So at the end of the day, that's the thing with me, and that's the problem that I come across often times with friendships, especially, and sometimes with relationships, is that, when I set my boundaries, some people can't handle it. But then again, I'm thankful for my boundaries because it's going to be easier for me to choose real friends versus the fake. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that, y'all. But the whole point is, don't manipulate nobody into being with you, because at the end of the day, the person that's meant to be with you, they're going to be with you effortlessly. You might have your problems, communication and things like that, but it'll work itself out. It'll work itself out, like, honestly. And that's just a topic that I choose to talk about today. As far as love goes, another thing I want to say too is, I don't know if I'm gonna get myself into nothing by saying this, but I want to say, if you love somebody, right, and you know that you love them, you're gonna know if you love them, and you're gonna know if it's just like, okay, the difference between love and like. Love is loving someone for who they are. Do you understand? Who they are. Strongly liking someone or having an attachment is, or liking them, loving them for the wrong reason, or I mean loving what they do for you, is when you're just lonely and you just want someone, or and it doesn't matter who you have, it, as long as you got somebody. That's an attachment. Loving them for the wrong reason is loving what they do for you. They might buy you things, they might be nice to you. That's not true love. That is using somebody, essentially, because you don't really love them for who they are. You just love what they do for you. So you have to know the difference. And women often do that, more than men, with the whole loving someone for what they do for them. What else? I think that's really it. But yeah, so do y'all have any other any questions for me, particularly like on the topic, before we like stray from to another topic? Um Advice that y'all need on something. I'm the queen of advice, so let me know. But y'all, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have that much. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. I was like sending so many emails for this past week because my packages wasn't coming. I'm excited now though. My packages came, so I'm gonna be able to do possibly a review for tomorrow's video. Even though I wanted to do something more creative, I feel like I need to be able to go outside to do something more creative. Like, I'm kind of sick of, I don't want my channel to always be in this setting. That's why I changed the color for my SnickTalks, because it's the same setting. I just changed, the color. Um, but yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so for people who are single, okay, but what particularly though? What in particular for people who are single but not lonely? Wait, let me tell my Facebook that I'm on live, because I don't think they know, like, because they playing. Y'all can wait, let me see. It's really difficult getting people to switch over from Instagram to or really from Facebook, because Facebook is where I get the most live views. It's hard to make people come to YouTube. It's very hard because people don't want to come to YouTube. There's some people on my Facebook who are from like other areas, like other countries and stuff, and or who aren't like very into social media or into tech. And so some of them think that uh some of them think I just posted it. Some of them think that they have to like pay for the YouTube, which I think is weird. I don't know. I thought that everyone would know by now. I was trying to avoid putting these headphones in because I feel like, because I can like hear my voice, but I like monitoring my voice, I guess. It'll keep me from talking so damn loud and clipping the audio. Let me see. Just flourishing during that break. Yes. Yes. I have the key. I have the source for that. Who's still in here? Comment so I can know who's here, because I never know. Like I love like interaction. I love like people commenting. Y'all know that my personality thrives off of communication. Like I can't just like, I'm not an entertainer. That's what y'all have to understand. I'm not really an entertainer, I don't think. Some people tell me that, but I don't think so. So it's like, if I'm not having the communication, I don't have nothing to say. I'm an ambivert. My personality, it flip flops. So I can be very like just here, very quiet, very like boring, or I can give you a vibe if you give me, a topic, or maybe something to talk about. And I don't want to always choose the topic because I feel like y'all are gonna get tired of me choosing. Once again, y'all, like, and I'm a creature of habitat, so I'm probably gonna choose a topic that has to do with friendships, love, usually love, because I mean I'm a life path 6 and we love like. But okay, so let me answer your question. I just had to get that out the way. I had to get that off my chest. So as far as working on yourself, so really self-improvement, and I do readings on this a lot. My 3 readings are usually self-improvement, career, or love. So self-improvement, I really want to pull cards, but we're not gonna do that here. We'll do that in another live. Maybe the week after next, we'll do I'll do a card readings. But so as far as flourishing while you're single, I honestly suggest that you first and foremost start doing things that start getting back into the things that you like. For me, I know all of the things that I like. I mean, as you can see right here, I got pushed aside my sewing machine. I love sewing. I love writing often, just journaling, just writing out my feelings, even manifesting. I also love the little things, maybe not even things that you would do. I love candles. It's about the environment. So let's start with that. So let me give you an example. Let's say if you're single and you've been single for a while, you're not just getting out of a relationship. You're just single. You're in the middle ground. So it's not like you're heartbroken, and it's not like you're lonely either. And you're pretty content with yourself. What you have to do during that time is you have to make sure that you're keeping busy. You have to make sure you're keeping busy, but you're also relaxing. You're also showing yourself a lot of self-love, because that is the time where you're going to figure out how you need to be loved. When you start to love yourself, even if you already love yourself, when you start to love yourself more and show yourself new things and trying new foods and, figuring out fragrances that you like to smell and art that you like to see and the environment that you want to live in, that is going to all contribute to your self-improvement. So the first thing that I personally did, I'm trying to think to a time when I was single and not involved, like just completely single, not involved with anyone, no feelings for anyone. I would say I'll use 2018. I'll use 2018. Beginning of 2019 was a time where I was pretty much learning myself, and pretty much not learning myself. I had learned myself, but it was more so I was just doing things by myself. So one thing that I did, and this is a little extreme for some people, you know, I recall asking my friends, let's go to this restaurant. Let's go out to eat. Let's do this. Let's do that. Wanting to like really do things with friends. And most of them at the time were in relationships and up under their lovers. And so we weren't able to do that. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me letting my life pass by, letting my time go by, and not being able to do these things, I'll do it by myself. And at first, you think to yourself, like, damn, I'm gonna seem so lonely. I wanna go with someone else. But once you start to do things by yourself, it's actually a really like good feeling. I went out to eat by myself. Like, I literally sat down and I dined by myself. And there was like a lot of people there. Some people were in groups. I went to this really nice restaurant. It was like around 70 something street. No, 60. Near the Apple store on the Upper West Side. Um I never went there before, but I was like, you know what, let me try this restaurant. And it seemed like it was gonna be a little expensive, but I was like, you know what, whatever the price, I got it. Like, I'm spoiling myself for today. And I went in and I sat down, I ate, and it was peaceful. It wasn't like giggles and laughs and stuff like usual when you're with your friends, but it was so, honestly, I thought it would be awkward, but it was honestly so peaceful to just like be there alone, to just like be with myself and kind of like just love on myself and not feeling like I need to have another human being beside me to do that. Another thing that I like to do, that I would be doing now if it wasn't for Corona, is I'm kind of a nature person a little bit. So I love parks. I would like go walk through Central Park. I would, maybe even just go on a walk in general in an area that I really love. Just sit down on a bench, just take some pictures because, I like photography, just take pictures alone, just vibing, with myself, kind of. I think that's something important to do, no matter how you choose to do it. Those are some examples of how I did it. I even went to the movies by myself. Now, the movies by myself, though I wasn't single at that time, but I was involved with someone. But what had happened that day was I asked the person that I was involved with to go with me. I told them, I wanted to go. What was it I wanted to do? I wanted to go to this frozen yogurt place that I love, Pinkberry, and I wanted to go to the movies. They didn't go, so I was like, you know what? I'll go anyway because I want to do this. So sorry, y'all. Um, um, they didn't want to go with me, so I had to go by myself. So, and I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset about. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me again? I'm sorry, y'all. My mom wanted me to text my sister. So, but what was I saying? All right, y'all. So yeah. So to your question. So basically, like, you got to do things by yourself. You have to learn to. I'm not saying be a loner. I'm not saying to be like, you know what, F everybody, I'm clipping everybody because they don't want to do things with you. But what I'm saying is you still got to do things by yourself. Oh my God, y'all. Every, Sorry, y'all. Okay, so anyways, I'm sitting here asking her a question and she's not even answering me. So, and I hope it muted because I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all had to hear me screaming. So, because I scream loud. So, all right, back to what I was saying. All right, sorry, y'all. So, you have to learn to like do things with yourself. It's not only doing things for yourself because you can buy yourself a bunch of things, y'all. And um, if you know me, I buy myself a lot of stuff. Like, it's a habit that I gained for a toxic reason, uh, but it has become something that has beauty in it. So, um, you got to make sure that you're spending time with yourself. You don't always have to be up under another person. Sometimes you got to go to your favorite store and just shop, even if it's not buying something. Sometimes you just got to go to your favorite place and just, you know, if your favorite place is somewhere you don't have to pay to be, like you just go there and just vibe. Go to a garden if you like to see flowers. Buy yourself flowers. This YouTuber Kelly Stamp, she just posted. I saw it on my feed, and she said, you know, I bought myself flowers because I love myself. And I was like, I didn't watch the video, but I think that that's beautiful because that's something that I would do. You can't always wait for someone else. You know what I mean? And you're not always going to have someone else to do it for you. So you got to always, you know, do things for yourself and things that make you happy. Always journal, document your life if you're a person who likes to write. Um and so you can have something to look back on, especially during the bad times, because you'll look at the bad times during the good times and you'll be like, wow, I made it through. That's why I journal, honestly, because I like to look at my progression and I like to look at, you know, how far I've come. I like to make sure that I'm not staying in the same spot and I'm not being stagnant, that I'm always growing in some way, shape, or form. And in the ways that I'm not growing, I like to adjust that. But journaling allows you to see that. I'm getting into planning a little bit, y'all. I got a planner, so I'm getting into that. But yeah, like I definitely think journaling is a real release. You don't have to see, some people get journaling twisted. Like on YouTube, you see a lot of these people journaling and it looks all pretty and they have like the flowers placed a certain way and everything is all cute. Like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. Sometimes, you know, you just got to rant in your book. It doesn't have to be a poem. You know, I love it and I pride myself on the poetry that I write, but I'm just a poetic human being and I speak in metaphors anyway. But sometimes even me, a lot of the time whenever I would write, I would always compose a work of art, a poem. But now I've learned, you know, I just need a vent sometimes. I just need to talk. And sometimes speaking with the person who's upsetting you or even speaking to just someone to vent may not be the best thing. Maybe the best thing is for you to just write down what you're feeling, because 9 times out of 10 when you get to the end of the page, you don't hurt anymore. You write down how you feel. And then when you look at it and you read it, sometimes you read it and you think, well, this is what I can do better. This is how I can fix myself. And sometimes you read it and you're like, I sound so dumb. I'm mad about that. And sometimes you read it and you're like, well, I let that out. So it's, you know, journaling is another thing that you can do. Another point I wanted to make to being single but not lonely is definitely my advice to a person who's single but not lonely. I would say definitely make it a point to develop your career, because I know that nobody's life is perfect, even the richest person. Like, and we're not, those of y'all who are here on this live, you're not the richest people, so let's be real. At the end of the day, being single is okay, being in a relationship and being single are both blessings, okay? But you definitely have to use your single time to develop yourself. You have to use your single time to really get to know yourself, because a lot of people don't know themselves and they get into relationships. You have to learn yourself, learn your strengths. You have to know your weaknesses very well. And not only for the relationship, but for your future children, for the way you communicate at your job, for the way that you communicate with your friends, your loved ones. And definitely make sure that you're developing your career path while you're single. And I mean, obviously you can continue that in a relationship, but make sure you're definitely working on yourself. Don't sit around. Like, I see some people, and a lot of people on YouTube are like capitalizing off of the emotions, the vulnerability of some people, because some people literally, when they're single, they literally sit around and they wait, and they think to themselves like, oh my God, a relationship, love, I need to be in love. Like, that's all that they're thinking about. And it's like, no, sweetheart, no. And for the ones who aren't thinking of, who don't feel lonely, like they're okay, they're content, but they also have that thought in the back of their mind, like, I need a partner, I need a man, or I need a girlfriend. You don't. You need yourself, and you need to gather yourself. Are you put together yet? Everybody wants a lover, and it's like, me, I never have searched for a lover. Usually what I seek in life is I seek genuine connections. That's what I seek. So I want to have genuine friends. I want to have everybody want to call me now that I'm alive, and I'm not understanding that. Why is now two people, like my sister and the first person that called me, okay, I speak to, but this is somebody that don't even speak to me. Like, why are you calling me now? Okay, y'all gotta wait. So, and they should be on the live. Where they at, right? Whoever the third person watching this is, like the video, please, and thank you. What was I gonna say? So back to what I was saying. Everybody wants a relationship, everybody wants this partnership, but if you're not a partner, how do I put this? What do you bring to the table? Like, that's how I'm looking at it. It's like, yes, you can have a partner, and that's a beautiful thing. You don't plan that. Personally, me, I don't. If I meet someone and I, bond with them, then that's what happens. And so I kind of have to work around that when that just falls into what I'm doing. But I feel like it's very important that if you are single, you don't focus on relationships. You focus on your self-development first, because relationships are not guaranteed. And I hate to say that, especially as a hopeless romantic, I hate to say that they're not guaranteed, but they're not. Even if you get married to somebody, it's not necessarily guaranteed. What's guaranteed, though, in that marriage, possibly, is the children that you're going to have. And if you are going to have children, you definitely have to make sure. You have to make sure that you are, you have to make sure that you have yourself together. Because look, let's say you have a partner, right? And you're so obsessed with love, you never learned anything else. You haven't developed your favorite thing to do. You haven't, you don't have a career. You just got a job. And what else? You don't even know who you are, right? Let me tell you what's going to happen if that's your situation. You're going to be up under your partner's ass, okay? You're going to be up under your partner's behind all day, to the point where the person can't breathe. Even if both of y'all are clingy people and y'all are okay with clinging on to each other, if you don't think about, if you're not doing anything with yourself and all your life consists of is them, you lose your personality. You lose the thing that made them like you. You lose everything, because all that you are is them. Me, I don't want to be with somebody who don't care about themselves. I don't want to be with somebody who their whole existence is me. You get what I mean? Like, I want because I feel like I'm a piece of crap as a partner if I allow them to become that way. I will literally leave the person I love the most in this world if that happened to them because of me. That's when you love somebody. You know what I'm saying? I would leave them if I feel like them being with me is causing them to be stagnant in life or to not grow. And so I say all that to say, like, to your question, it's very important to work on yourself. It's very important to work on yourself. It's very important to keep learning. It's very important to, if you want to be a business owner, start a business. If you want to build a business, help build up someone else's dream, which I don't want to do that. But if that's what you want to do, then you do that. But you have to have something. And I think that's why a lot of people there's other factors that play into it, but that's why a lot of people are single, is because they want to be in love, but they don't really know why. And they want to be in a relationship, but they don't really know, they don't have a relationship with their self. That's a problem. You have to know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, how can you get to know somebody else? And even if you are able to get to know somebody else, how are they going to be able to get to know you? So, yeah. So, do y'all have any other questions? Usually I got a lot more stuff to talk about, but like, I don't know what story, like, I'm not in like none of the topics that we talked about today really led me into like a story time, I guess, or really made me think of anything. So I really don't know. I'm really feeling like, let me see. I'm really feeling Connolly is here. Do y'all want to see him? Come, Con. Come. Oh my God. Connolly. Okay. He's not interested today in being on camera. But yes. Definitely do things with yourself. Always buy yourself stuff too. Always. Always, always, always. Always be independent. Even Jaden. Let me tell Jaden to go on my live, because clearly everybody want to call me, but nobody want to come to my live. Join. Okay. Let me see. It was something else I was fiending to talk about, but it's like things just go by so quickly. You see so much stuff on social media and it just goes in one ear out the other. So let me see. Because there's so many things I had some stuff to say about. Oh, this is something I want to talk about too. Under that topic, because I was supposed to get into that, but I didn't. I gave y'all a chance to ask me questions. But if y'all have other questions, ask me right now. Like, y'all can list multiples. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna answer all of them. So the other thing I wanted to talk about though is it was on my mind like the other day. Nah, stop. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is, so somebody came for me just now, came for my whole life. Heard it. Got it. So the other thing I want to talk about is, and And I know like some of y'all don't want to talk about love all day, but look, we got to talk about this because I have to teach y'all something. And since you saying single and not lonely, we got to talk about this for when you do want your little lover, love bug or whatever. So I can't. So look, so I saw a post and it says something like life is hard or something. And then it just had me thinking, like, it was like life is hard, love is hard. No. This is the post. Somebody posted on their story and they was like, they could be in love with somebody and the person could they said the person could literally be screaming to them, trying to convince them how much they love them, but they're not going to see it because they have anxiety or something. That's how bad their anxiety is or something, that they thoughts will still tell them that the person don't love them, even though the person is doing everything in their power to prove that they love them, but they still will like doubt it. And I want to talk about that. The only reason like the single topic makes me want to talk about that is because I want to say, like, I mean, this applies to people dealing with somebody too, but like if you single and you feel that way, like you feel like, you know, not even single, let's say you dealing with somebody and they trying to prove to you that they like you, but you've been hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been cheated on or you've been played and stuff like that. And they trying to like show you by doing little cute things for you, whatever. And you're just like kind of rejecting it, like because you feel like they're full of crap like everyone else. Okay, they was screaming. Okay. So I'm not trying to be smiling on here. So anyways, guys, what was I saying? They might be trying to convince you that they like you and stuff like that, but you having your doubts, let me tell y'all where those doubts come from. Those doubts come from the part of you that doesn't love. No, not that you don't love yourself, but it comes from the part of you that feels like you're not worthy of love. And I saw a movie on that, y'all. I saw a movie on that. Yo, I saw a movie on that. I'm gonna tell you about that movie too. It had what's her name? Angelina Jolie and somebody else, some other somebody else from he's okay, it's somebody that like is a really good actor. So anyways, the movie was called Original Sin. So let me tell you about the movie. The point of the movie was basically like it was like based in like the past, like, you know, the olden days. But basically he got like a mailed in wife because he was like successful and he was like, okay, I want a wife. But he didn't want a wife because he really he kind of wanted love, but it was like he just wanted a partner. So that's cap. So okay, so they was they sent him the wife. Now listen to what happened. The wife he was supposed to get, she wasn't pretty. She was like a basic looking female, the one that was in the picture. But the woman that came was obviously Angelina Jolie, who was beautiful. So she came and he was like, you don't look like your picture. She was like, well, I lied about my picture because I didn't want you to just want me for my looks, which was all a lie. Let me tell you what happened. I'm sorry to ruin the movie for you if you're gonna watch it. But even if I tell y'all still, it's still gonna be a good movie. Now, basically what happened, I want to make this very short, is after um after he believed her, and I guess he trusted her word on saying that she lied about how she looked, when really she killed the woman. No, she didn't kill the woman. Somebody else killed the woman that was supposed to be his wife. The guy who killed the woman that was supposed to be the wife was kind of like her pimp, like kind of like a pimp or something. So I'll talk about this later. So he was kind of like a pimp, because he was like, I guess, the first guy that she later on in the movie find out, the guy who sent her to the man, he killed the woman who was originally supposed to come, and he was like a pimp. She had an attachment to this man though, because that was the person she lost her V card to. She lost her V card to him, but he turned her out, like, basically like made her sell her body and stuff. So when she ended up living with this man who they were supposed to be scamming, that was the plan. They was just gonna rob him and leave and move on to the next rich guy. But she fell in love with him because he loved her so much. But he treated her like really good and stuff, but she felt like she wasn't worthy of love. So what she did was she ran away. Like his love for her kind of like scared her away, because she was so used to guys treating her like crap. Here Connolly go, like, oh my God, hold on. Boy, bye. Y'all. Okay, so listen. So are y'all listening? Comment. Yeah, you gotta watch it. So look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like I cried at the end of the movie. I'm not gonna tell y'all why I cried, because that's like really personal. But so let me tell you. So basically, she fell in love with him, but she had to leave because it was business. He was looking all over for her. He thought that she just used him, and then he met up with the guy. He didn't know that the guy he was meeting up with was her like pimp. And the guy he was meeting up with, he was like, yo, I need you to find her for me. I need you to look for her. I need you to find her. And I want to kill her. Mind you, this is the guy that's in love with her, love her. Like, but he said he wanted to kill her because basically how he felt about it was, if I can't have her, nobody else can. Like, that was his energy. But it wasn't on no he wasn't like abusive. That wasn't really his goal. It was more so like he was so hurt. Like, she left a hole in his heart, like so bad, to the point where he was like, I have to kill her. Like, because I'm not like you knew that I loved you, like we was in love, and then you just left me like that. And he knew like he wasn't crazy, because he knew that she felt the same way, but for some reason she still left, and he didn't know the truth. So he ended up finding her, and when he found her, he was going to kill her, but he didn't. There was no he ended up not being able to kill her. They made up or whatever, and then she had to figure out a way to get away from like the pimp, but he still didn't know about the pimp. So the pimp came in and tried to kill him. The gun that so this is what happened. The pimp and him was like kind of friends. So when he came to the hotel originally in the new place, the guy was in his room. So the guy had access to his gun. He swapped out his gun for a gun that had like fake bullets. Basically like bullets that knock you out and put you to sleep but don't kill you. So he ended up, when the guy came back and the guy was trying to kill him, he shot him with those bullets and he thought he killed him, but really he just put him to sleep, and they rolled him up inside of a carpet. I'm trying not to give y'all all the details, but I always give all the details. So after they did that, she was crying because she really thought he was dead. She was like crying her eyes out and shit. But she didn't cry like while the guy that was in love with her was there. She cried after he left because, obviously he don't know about their relationship. But she was crying like really bad, and like, but he woke back up like while she was crying. He was like, you thought I was dead? And like, so he kind of forced her to play the guy who loved her again, made her play him again. This guy that she was in love with, this guy who was the pimp, he used to like cut her and like you know, like he did like fucked up shit to her, like because he kind of like in a sense like kind of like owned her, but she she allowed all of this because she felt like that was all she knew. You feel me? Like that was the only, she thought that was love because that person was always with her. And it's just like I was saying earlier about the girl who was trying to manipulate the guy into coming back to her. People only know love from their perspective. You get what I'm saying? So for her, someone being nice to her is not love to her. That's like admiration. Love to her was like that, like intense, like abusive shit. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't really understand like that was not what it was supposed to be. And so she crossed him again. And him and her, they were supposed to be running away together. He didn't even know she was about to get him killed. She put rat poison in his coffee. So one night she was like, oh, I gotta go to the pharmacy. Lied. He followed her, saw her with the guy. So he figured everything out. So he knew that she was gonna get him killed. She put the rat poison in his coffee to kill him. And when she put the rat poison in his coffee, he knew. He was like, how long do you think it take a rat to die? Like, and she started like crying because she realized like that she loved him. But he took it and he just drank it like mad quick because he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna die. Like, I don't care. Like, because he felt like he had nothing else to live for. All his money was gone. Like, everyone looked at him like he was crazy. He thought that he killed the man. He didn't know that he didn't really kill the man at first. But, you know, come to find out, the woman that he trusted was playing him the whole time. It was just crazy, y'all. So I say all that to say, like, in the end, she went to jail because she killed the nigga that she lost her virginity to. And I don't know. It was just crazy because it was just like, why do we gotta take all of that for you to realize like somebody love you? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why it's so important, to your point. Like, it's so important that you like time to like work on yourself, because if you don't take time to work on yourself or to like filter out the problems that you have, bro, you're not gonna know like how to handle somebody that really love you. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna always think that they're lying. Like I said about the anxiety post, you're gonna always constantly think to yourself like, oh, they don't love me, they don't love me, they don't care about me, they just using me, they don't, you know, nobody loves me. Like, you're gonna always think like that. And it doesn't mean that you think that you're ugly or nothing. It don't even have to be about that. It just be like your past experiences that make you think shit like that. And that was just crazy. Like, that whole movie was crazy. Like, she was running away from the person that she was meant to be with. Like, and like I said earlier, again, about the manipulation, you do not have to manipulate nobody that want to be with you, because they still gonna look for you. They still gonna find you at the end of the day. And that's why, like, he still found her anyways, like, even though she left him and she took all his money, everything, like, and he still like took her back, like. So, but yeah, that movie was crazy. That movie was crazy, y'all. But yeah, so that's another point that I had to make about, you know, working on yourself, why it's important, because you don't want to get into your next relationship and, you know, you don't want to treat the person that love you so much bad because somebody else treated you bad before. You know, you don't want to like take out the things that other people did to you on them. I mean, but also don't be dumb. You know, don't let nobody play you. Don't be stupid and you know, allow them to walk all over you either. But definitely you got to make sure that you put your heart and your soul into it. And in order for you to do that, you got to know yourself. You got to have yourself together. Period. Especially as a woman, because women, one thing that upsets me about women is like, certain women is like, they think it's okay to request for a man to have all this money, for a man to be successful, for a man to, you know, pay their bills, do this, do that. But they don't want to do none of those things for themselves, and vice versa. A lot of men, they think it's okay to request a woman that's faithful, a woman that's loyal, a woman that's this and that, but he don't want to be that himself. So it's like, you got to be the thing that you want to an extent. Like, yes, opposites attract, but I mean, you can't be that opposite. But yeah, so that's that, y'all. And yeah, so before I go, because it's 9:30 now, so before I head out, y'all, do y'all have any other questions for me? Like anything that y'all want to know, any advice that y'all need on any other topics other than love? Um yeah. Also, Kiara, this is a question for you. Which freaking path should I choose? Like, I don't know if I should do web development or if I should do data science. Jesus Christ. Like, and I have to choose. Y'all, I gotta hurry up. I have to choose one. So y'all gotta help me. Are you like, have you done data science? I just don't want to be bored. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, cause I'm a very like, you see my room, y'all see my little pyramid, my little thing of my perfumes. Y'all know how I am. Like, I like pretty things. So I don't want to like do data science and be like stressed out. Like, I'm okay with a challenge. That's why I want to do it, because I want to challenge myself. But I don't want to sit up there and be like, this is ugly. Seriously. Like, if my life is going to consist of numbers, I don't know about that. But then again, I want to learn it. I guess I'm going to do it. I'm going to end up doing that. Because product management sounds like me. That sounds like me. Like, literally. Right? I don't want to, like, if I'm overwhelmed, I want to at least be like, okay, I'm overwhelmed, but this is like interesting. Like, I'm in love with this. I'm going to do it though, because I want to learn MySQL and I want to learn, finish learning Python. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because I need SQL for my website, because I want to make my own shopping cart from scratch. And I also want to I might do cybersecurity. So I mean, exactly. Then I could like spend another 3 months learning the next thing. But all right, y'all. So I'm about to be off this, and I'm gonna try it. Management studio. I'm gonna write that down, cause. And I like whenever I'm coding, I like to have like a really pretty text editor. Like, that's so important to me, how pretty the text editor is. So I like the colorfulness. I have like 5 text editors in my computer, y'all. Mm. All right, y'all. So I'm out. I got a couple of other things I gotta do today. Um, as for tomorrow's video is gonna be posted at 4 p.m. I still have not yet decided. So the video is going to be like real, like literally the day of. Like, so I'm going to record the video the day of, or either tonight. So if I have the same thing on, mind your business. But I'm probably going to record the video tonight, or I might record it tomorrow, or, which is going to be very rare, but only because of this circumstance, I might maybe stream live tomorrow at 4 p.m. So just watch for 4 p.m. And 4 p.m.'s video for tomorrow might be a live video. I don't know yet. I will see. But if it is, it's going to be planned already. So it's going to be something that is structured. It's not really going to be like me, you know, any questions or nothing like that. It's going to just be like a structured video. But with that being said, thank y'all for watching my live. I appreciate it very much. And like. And I will see y'all the Tuesday after next for another Snick Talk. I'm gonna organize my Snick Talks because everybody's not good at giving me questions. So I'm gonna start organizing it, and I'm gonna start giving y'all like certain topics. But yeah. Okay, goodbye. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye. I thought it was going to end.